Hello, I'm Karen, and in today's video we're going to jump up a size and we're going to be creating the 4-inch sole. I'll just measure this to show you. This is the 4-inch sole that, whoops daisy, the 4-inch sole that have been requested in the Converse slipper. I decided to publish the petite one first and then began poorly, so I'm sorry that you've had to wait for so long. But for this video we're going to need to use a number 4 crochet hook. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need your wide-eyed blunt-ended darning needle, and the yarn I'm using today is called Sparkle double knitting yarn. This is something that I picked up from Aldi, which is a shop that we've got in the UK. I believe it's a German company, but the actual yarn itself was produced in Turkey, and it is absolutely beautiful. It pulls beautiful from the centre of the ball. It has this fantastic sparkle which picks up all the colours of what's around, so I just absolutely love it. It does say that it was £3.49 on this label, but that was actually for the entire pack. I got 4 of these 50-gram balls for £3.49, and in our Aldi as well, it's one of those things that's like once it's gone, it's gone. And so I bought some. Luckily I got plenty to do my videos before they've actually sold out, because they haven't got any anymore, so it's a shame that, because it's beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to be using my pattern. This is pattern number 2 from out of my collection for the newborn, and we're starting off with the sole and the base. So for this one we need to crochet a chain of 12. So I'm going to make my magic loop, or my magic knot, and we'll work a chain of 12. Oh, by the way, if you notice while I'm working, I know I'm paranoid really, I've got a little tiny black bit underneath my nail. That's actually from where I bent my nail back, and it's a little bit of a bruise which is slowly working its way out, so please don't think I've got dirty hands, because I haven't. Okay, I'm sorry. Right, chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whoops, 10, 11, 12. Into the second chain from the hook, 3 single crochet. So that's the first chain from the hook, not this one that's on it, that's the first one, and this one's the second one. So we're going to, and I'm going underneath one loop. I'm going to do 3 single crochet. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet in the next 3. 1, oops a daisy, 2, and 3. Half double crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, I'm sorry, I need some more yarn, and 3. Double crochet in the next 3. 1, oops, 2, and 3. Into the last of the chain, my chain, we need to do 8 double crochet. Oops a daisy, stuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to tuck the tail under at 5. I want some more yarn. Oops. Tucking the tail under at 5. 6, 7 and 8. Okay, now when you look at your work you can see that you've got the 2 loops now left behind, and this top loop actually works its way into that centre there. I want to work underneath the top loop because I like to get the little crisscross pattern. So now we need to do the opposite. So now we're going to do double crochet in the next 3. 1, without splitting your yarn like I just did. 1, 2, 3. Half double crochet in the next 3. Oh dear, I split my yarn again. It is beautiful yarn, but it's a bit harder to work with. 1, 2 and 3. Get some more yarn and single crochet in the next 3. That's 1, 2, oops, 2 and 3. Now those of you that have seen me working before know that I don't like to work into this centre hole here, and if you twist over the top a little bit, mine's curled naturally anyway, you can see there's a bit of that there is the original, when we did our beginning chain we didn't work in one of the chains, so we're going to work 2 single crochet into there and then slip stitch into the first single crochet, the one that's tipped over, into there, and slip stitch, and that is the end of round 1. And I just need to check my pattern. Yeah, that's okay. Right, round 2, chain 1. Now I'm going to double crochet into the next space, not into the same space, into the next, and in my patterns I put into the next and then in brackets next, not the same, just so that we're completely sure, because sometimes I work in the same stitch and sometimes I don't, so I make it as clear as I can. So we're going to work 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So that's 1 and 2. Double crochet in the next 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, oops a daisy, 5, 6, 7, and just get some more yarn out. I was on 7, 8, 9 and 10. 2 double crochet in the next 8 stitches. That's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, 4 double crochet, 5 double crochet. Need some more yarn. Am I on 5? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am right. 6. double crochet. I've got a squeak and that's really horrible. 6, 7, double crochet, and 8. Oops. Double crochet. Double crochet in the next 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10. And then 2 double crochet in the next 2. So that's 1 double crochet, and the second one is going to be in the bottom loop of the chain, and I'd say yes, use the loop at the bottom of the chain. Okay, so this is the number 2. Oopsie daisy. Oh, I've got a squeak on my hook, that's not good. 2, I'm sorry about that. And then what we're going to do is slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet, which rounds it back off and creates our first sole. Now if you want to be making the samples, this is where I would say do a chain of 12, okay? But we're not. We're going to carry on to round 3 and we're going to be working in the back loops this time, so we need to chain 1 and single crochet in the back loop of the same space. And then my pattern says single crochet in the back loops of the next 41. So you have a total of 42. Okay, so that's stitch number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41 and 42. And then we're going to slip stitch into underneath both loops to join. And that's the end of round 3, and I just need to turn over the page of my pattern because I can't memorise everything. I'm just not that clever. I've got too many other things in my head to worry about rather than thinking about remembering all the crochet patterns that I've ever written or I've ever read. So now we need to chain 1, and we're going to half double crochet in the same space in both loops this time, or under both loops should I say. So that's the first one, and then it's half double crochet in the next 41, which gives us a total of 42 half double crochet. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, whoopsie-daisy, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and I need to go through 2 loops, 42. And then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet, which is curled a little bit because we only did a chain 1, but that keeps that nice just there. And there we go. Now you've completed your first sole and base part of your converse style slipper. I'm just going to pull this tail through this side, and I'm going to cut off my yarn. I like to leave plenty of yarn so that I've got I like to have plenty of room for sewing in. Okay, and that is the end of the first one. So what I would like you to do, as I recommend anyway, is that you actually go and make yourself a second one. So you work them up in pairs, just the same as we did with the little petite ones, because it really is easier to be able to work up in pairs. And then in part 2 we're going to be working this side area. And oh yes, in this next sequence of videos for the newborn videos, where I actually do my sewing in, because I'm going to sit and do everything so that we can crochet along together, the history that I'm going to do this time is the history that I found out about the granny square, which is really quite surprising. Okay, thanks for liking, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for every single thing, thanks for supporting me. For those of you that's bought my patterns, it really means a lot. Bye for now, see you in part 2.